Hi guys, welcome to chair yoga. Today is just going to be, we're going to go through about 8-ish different exercises you can do from your desk, from a chair, just to add a little bit of movement if you are maybe injured or if you're just using today as a recovery day and want some light stretching but just not full. So we're going to go through that. I did leave my shoes on for you just to show that you know, if you only have 10 or 15 minutes at work to take a quick break, that you can do this without feeling like you have to take your shoes off. So, practical application for you. Let's get started. We're going to sit in our chair. Hands are going to be on your knees, just sitting up nice and tall. And we're just going to take some CatCow. So if you've done regular yoga, it's the same principle. You're just sitting in a chair versus on your hands and knees on the ground. So with an inhale, we're going to drop our head back, arch our back, shine through your chest. And with an exhale, we're going to round our spine, tuck our chin into that cat. Again, inhale, shine your heart through. If it feels all right, tip that head back into your cow. Again, round that spine, drop that chin. Inhaling through that cow. Exhale, rounding the spine into cat. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Now on your seat, just kind of drawing some circles. Warming up through your hips. And reverse, other way. And when you're about even, coming into stillness, with an inhale, reach your arms up nice and long. Using that right hand to grab your left wrist. Just take a nice gentle side body stretch to the right. Inhaling through center, switching out your hands. Left grabs right, leaning over to the left. And coming back through center. Reaching up nice and long. And with an exhale, we're going to fold forward. Bringing that belly all the way down to your thighs. Bending your knees. And reaching those hands down to the ground. Or to your shins if it doesn't quite reach. And just relaxing through that head. Inhale slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, roll up. Inhale, nice big breath up. We're going to take that side stretch again. So right grabs left, pulling over to the right. Inhaling back through center, switch it out. Left grabs right, pulling over to the left. Inhaling back through center, nice long reach up. And with an exhale, forward fold. Again, let that belly rest on your thighs. Let that head hang heavy, releasing through your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, slowly roll up, 1 vertebra at a time. Last time through, inhale, nice big breath up. Right grabs left, pulling over to the right. Holding here an extra breath. And inhaling through center, switch it out, left grabs right, pulling over to the left. Staying here for an extra breath, really elongating out through that side body. And inhaling back through center, reach up nice and tall. And with an exhale, fold it down, belly to thighs, head, neck, and shoulders relax and hang heavy. And we're going to walk our hands up to our shins, inhaling halfway lift, working on getting that nice flat back. Exhale, lower. Gonna turn to the side so you can see it from the side. We're gonna do that. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Work on that nice flat spine. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, halfway lift. And roll it all the way up. Back into that seated position. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. This time our right hand is going to come to the inside of your right foot. And your left arm is going to twist up. If the ground is too far, bring that right elbow to your right thigh and then reach up with that left arm. And twist it back down, switch it out. Again, the ground is too far down, that left arm can come to that left thigh, or you can bring that hand on the inside of your left leg and twist there. Good. And rolling up. Now we're going to come into Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 from a seated. So if you've watched my previous chair video, we did this same exact principle you do in a regular class. So if I were going to do a Warrior 1, right leg is out in front and my left leg is straight back behind me, but my left toes are pointing in front of my body, whereas my right toes are pointed to the side of my body. So, from a chair, it's that same concept. Right toes, right leg is on the right side of that chair, and your right toes are pointed out. Left leg is straight back behind you, and your left toes are pointed in front of your body. Right? So right toes are this way, left toes are this way. And then with an inhale, we're just going to reach our arms up nice and tall, working on that seated posture. And then we're going to open up Warrior 2. So legs stay the exact same, just like they would in a Warrior 2 in a standing class. Your arms are just opening up and you're looking over those right fingertips. So, legs are the exact same, arms are out nice and long, and you're looking over those right fingertips. Breathing here. And with the next, so we're going to bring that left hand, drop it to your left thigh, and we're just going to reach up with that right. This is your reverse warrior. Again, same thing as if you were in a regular yoga class. And coming back through Warrior 2. Again, we're going to reverse it back. Inhaling Warrior 2. Exhale one last time, reverse it back. And coming into that Warrior 2. Bringing those feet back to center. And we're going to take it on the other side. So this time, left leg goes to the left side of your chair and your left toes are pointed out. Then, taking that right leg long behind you, your right toes are pointed out in front of your body. So much harder to explain things when you can't see people. But hopefully we've got the drift. My left toes are pointed straight out, and my right toes are pointed at an angle. Are you with me? So, Warrior 1, standing posture. Warrior 1, seated posture. Just breathing here. Reaching those arms up nice and long, really working that nice tall posture. And then opening up Warrior 2. Again, same thing, same legs, arms are opened out. You're looking over those left fingertips. And we have our seated posture. If I make it to the chair. Really reaching in opposite directions, reaching out nice and long. And with an exhale, bringing that right hand to the right side, reaching up with the left, reversing your warrior. Breathing here. Warrior 2, open it back up. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior, hold it. And coming back into that warrior 2. And returning it back, center. Taking a little chair flow, so inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, those hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Now, taking a seated eagle, bring your arms out to a T, and you're going to cross your right arm under your left. Okay, so right is under left, right about at the elbows. And then bring, if you can, bring your palms together so that they are touching. Or if this flexibility is not there, you can always just bear hug yourself. Try to give you all the different angles. So you're here or you're here. Right? So those are our eagle arms. Now with our eagle legs, we're going to take our right leg, cross it over the left. And just breathe here with an inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, give it a little crunch down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, crunch it down. One more, inhale, reach up. And exhale, crunch it down. Returning to the center, give everything a nice squeeze. And with an exhale, release it all out, back into that T. Other side, this time left comes under right. So you have the cross at the elbows first. Remember, you can take those palms to each other or come into that hugging position. And then adding on the legs, left crosses over right, squeezing it all, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach those fingertips up. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, crunch it in. One more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, crunch in. When returning to center, squeeze it all nice and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release, shake it out. Good. Now taking seated pigeon. So there are a couple different options with this. Option 1, start just by taking that right ankle across the left knee. Most important thing, you want to make sure this right foot stays flexed to protect the rest of your knee. And then when I'm here, I like to push down on my right knee, and it helps release my right hip. I have some pretty tight hips and hamstrings. I like to run and do all those other kinds of biking kind of things that tend to get your hips and hamstrings tight. So sometimes this is more than enough for me. But if you're sitting here and you're like, okay, I'm waiting for the stretch, go ahead and bend over your leg, and then you can use your arms to reach down to the ground. So you'll bend over and reach it down. Sometimes I even like to bring my left arm to the outside of that right foot and kind of cradle it in, and then you can really get into it. Holding here for about 5 breaths. This is one of those poses where as soon as you kind of start to feel it and you're ready to get out of it, that's when you need to stay for at least 3 more breaths. That's really when the magic of the pose starts. Take about 2 more breaths. And then slowly bring it up. Bring that knee in, just give it a nice hug, maybe open it side to side, draw some circles. Just kind of loosen it up. And then we're going to switch sides. Left comes up, crossing that left ankle over the right knee. Again, remember, left foot needs to stay flexed this whole time so that way it protects the whole leg. Again, remember, I like to start by really pressing down on that left knee to open up that left hip. Again, for some, this is plenty, and that's perfectly okay. Stay here, work on pressing it and opening it down. If you're one of those people that has flexible hips and jealous, remember, next option is to fold it over and walk your hands down, or like I like to bring my right arm to that outside of that left foot and just cradle it so I can really work it deeper. Whichever variation you choose, staying here for about 5 breaths. Again, trying to stay through it even when it feels uncomfortable. Last breath. And slowly walking it back up, hugging that knee in. Again, maybe rocking it in and out, drawing those hip circles, just loosening it up from holding it in that stretch. Good. And bringing it down. Last thing we're going to do before we go into a little seated shavasana is you're going to bring your legs to the right side of your chair. So you're sitting facing the right. And we're just going to take our hands on the back of the chair and just do a simple seated twist. So hands are on the top. You're looking around that right shoulder. And just twisting. Breathing through it. And then walking yourself back center. And bringing those legs over to the left side of your chair. And then reaching around to that back of your chair and looking over the left part of your shoulder. Now, I should have said this earlier, but if for some reason you don't have much of a back on your chair, you can always take your hands to the outside of your leg that you're twisting towards, and you can just twist there. You feel the same thing. One hand can be on the opposite knee, and then you'll just take your hand to your low back and twist. So, if we're doing it on this side, I would bring my right hand to my left knee, my left hand to my left hip, and then just twist it back. So same kind of concept as twisting here. Obviously, you're able to get deeper this way, but it's good to make do with what you have. Bringing it back center, we're going to take one nice big breath all the way in. And exhale, release it down. Bring your arms down by your side. I just want you to sit back in your chair. You can let your palms rest down in your lap, or if you just want to let them dangle by your side, if that feels good, just whatever feels right for you. We're just going to take about a minute here just to let final relaxation kind of sink in before you continue on with your day. Drowning out any distractions that might be around you. And taking a full body scan, see how those postures we just did, how they feel in your body. Making note of any stretches you might want to go back to. And then just start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll out your wrists and ankles. Just kind of moving, bringing some movement back in. Releasing your hands and feet. We're just going to take some nice neck rolls to one direction. And then reverse, go in the other direction. And bringing your head centered, looking over that right shoulder. And back center, looking over that left shoulder. Back center with an inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, release. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, shrug. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. And with an exhale, closing those hands down at heart center. I thank you guys so much for showing up for this short chair yoga sequence, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Namaste. Bye, guys.